To start with, I've cleared the entire factory because a true artist must have a blank canvas. And I am an artist, and you are my muse. Now, when it comes to automation, I do think I know a little bit about it. Maybe not artist, because it's a little janky most of the time, but I do have some ideas. And you may have noticed the giant pile of all of the boxes in the corner. I have moved everything over there because I have some ideas on how to integrate a lot of storage, optimize our number of packages, optimize our profit, and I've put my desk out here because I don't want to use it. Hopefully I have bought enough. I did a couple extra days off of recording to try to make sure that I had enough parts here. But today's going to mainly be a big build day. I want to try to make the coolest, most bestest things ever. I need 6 of these to begin with, and I need the fast ones. I have a couple of them that I upgraded. These ones. Let's go ahead and make sure that I have them on there. Actually, why don't I just grab them all? But as soon as they come off of the conveyors from the trucks, I need 7 conveyor belts to come out. That way the packages can sit on that before I start storing them, because it takes some time to go on and off of those racks. Because I want to try to make everything go this way to free up some space to come back this way. I want to use all of my extra space, which I did add on. I'm sure you've already noticed that. I added on a little bit because I had to get through a couple days and I was running out of space for packages. We'll go through some of the upgrades that I kind of got just in the process of trying to optimize my machine so I can get to the point where we have full automation. So I'll share my thoughts a little bit as we go. There's going to be 7 packages per truck. They're going to come out on these conveyors. I think I want to start with 5 conveyors because the 6th one will be the loader. And if I put a level 2 loader right in the beginning, that will help buffer us a little bit. Eventually, I want to upgrade all of the beginning ones. If I can upgrade everything from the front, then the bottleneck will move down the line a little bit. So that'll help out with the congestion, at least in the beginning. Eventually, I'm sure everything will come to a screeching halt like it normally does. But until then, this should work. I didn't have enough money to get the big storage. It's probably silly of me to use these smaller ones, but I think they have the same footprint, so eventually I can just upgrade them. And then it's all going to go over here, and I think this is where the brains of the operation are going to be. Because once I build this thing, I'm pretty sure it's going to be pretty big. I don't want to have to tear it all down again, like I just did, because that took a long time, just for our little system that we had last time. So all of the black racks are going to be all of our storage ones. Each one of those is coming off onto this unloading, loading, unloading, loading, unloading, loading, and it's going to be making its way over here. From over here, this is where I need to figure out a good system to check all the boxes, sort everything, stick all of the good ones together and all the bad ones together, and then manage to take them all the way over to wherever they're supposed to go. And theoretically, this should be good spacing for getting all of the different machines in there. So maybe I'll just leave them like this, like staggered a little bit. And one is set back by 2 spaces, which is good because, yeah, I need one set back by a couple spaces. That way they can all go together and I don't have those weird S-turns all over the place. The stickers are going to come in. They are going to get checked. I want the bad ones all funneling into the center, I think. Yes. I want to build everything inward. No, I need the good ones all funneling inward. Because whatever direction the good ones go in, that's the direction the machine gets built in. Yeah, no, this makes sense. This is good. Now I just need to build up the normal machine. And it's nearly perfect spacing because all of this goes through and gets checked for everything. All of this goes through and gets checked for everything. And on the final valid that comes out here, it's one straight piece that comes out to an L that goes into a joiner conveyor belt that goes out into where I'm going to sort everything out. And I did buy, it's called the sticker appliers. I think I showed that in the last one, but it's these. And I leveled them up because I don't know how slow they're going to be. I don't want them to be slow. Well, the 10 seconds might be a problem if that's what it is. So I slapped them down, I gave them a nice level up, and then I boxed them back up so we can do the big reveal! Hopefully these work the way I think they're going to work. I really don't know. I haven't used these yet. So it should slap a sticker on it and then dump it right down into the hole. See, and this part's fairly simple. Every time something comes out of the machine and it's invalid, it just gets stuck on. It just gets stuck onto another conveyor joiner. And then it just gets moved right on down the line. And then when it comes off at the end here, it takes a hard left and it moves right over here. And then I'll probably have another bridge like we had before, right here. And then once I have the valids on the outside of it, it would actually be better for me to have the invalids hang real tight to the inside here if I had enough pieces. I don't think I'm going to have enough straight pieces for that, but it would be great if they went this way and then made a straight shot here. So I need to figure out a way to make that a little bit shorter in my head. I definitely need a bridge there, so let's go ahead and slap that bridge in. I have got 2 bridge pieces because I assumed that's what I would need. Now I can kind of show you what I'm thinking. Again, I don't know if I don't have enough straight pieces, but I've got a mountain of them, so there's got to be enough there. I didn't actually sit down and count all of the steps. If that's what you're wondering, I kind of just eyeballed it, and I'm hoping I have enough pieces. If not, it'll be darn close. But I can take all the straights, I can connect from that L to this L, and then from this L over to here. This is going to be my jump point for all of this cargo. And then all of this will go straight into here, which will have a denied sticker slapped on it right here, and then shot down the chute. Now I need to sort this out. If there's any that I need to check, I need to make sure that they're hitting my desk before they go back onto the line, get their sticker of approval, and then get sorted out. I want to see how this works. I know that there is a thing over here that will do the inspections. It's this thing. So any of the ones that need to be inspected, they'll get kicked off of the line. Let's see how this thing is set up. I kind of looked at it a little bit. Okay, I think the stickers, it goes through the scanner. If the scanner sees, oh, sticker, okay, it kicks them off this way? Otherwise, everything goes straight through. Right? I think so. That's the way it sort of looks to me. I can probably flip it so it goes the other way too, but this looks good because I can set my desk kind of right here. I may want to put a little bit of a storage there. I do have this small storage. That would be a good spot for it. Because what I'm thinking is anytime that I have to get up, run around, and smack some buttons to send some of these, to get some stuff out of my system, I'm going to not be at my desk. So I think if I have this one, this tiny one, I can use this not only for storage, but it'll also give me a little bit of space because it takes up like 3 spots. There, everything that's approved will go through here. We'll see if it needs to be validated. If it does, it'll go and hit my desk. When it's done and I've checked it and everything is good, then I'll slap it on that conveyor, which will go this way. And if I do this right, I could put another T conveyor over here. And then anything that's invalid, I put on this side and it'll just run directly into this. So now that we have things coming off of the system back onto the system, now I should be able to approve it from here. So the green sticker should be able to go on it. And then after that, it has to all be sorted out. Because if I put the green sticker on after it's sorted, I'd need a lot more of these. Which might speed up the process a little bit. Again, I don't know how fast or slow the application of the stickers are. But I'm hoping it's a lot faster than 30 seconds. Then after I put those on, then I need to sort them. And that's what these do. They kind of confuse me a bit. I don't know how or what is going on here because I slap this onto this. And then each side has their own cargo type that you can choose. Like you have all, you have air, road, rail, and so forth. But then there's a none, which tells me I guess I could shut off one of the sides if I want to, which I might need to because I only have 1, 2, 3, 4 different types. And there's not going to be any other cargo types. Oh, no, I don't. Because I can only sort out, let's say I pull maritime right here. If I pull all the maritime out right now, they'll all go this way. And then over here, I'll have air. And they'll all go this way. I can put them all on their own storages and then have them dump into their own chutes. But then if I put all here, what stops the maritime and the air from going this way? See what I'm saying? Like, this is the part that kind of confuses me because I haven't messed around with it. I don't know if it checks first to see if specific types are chosen. Like, all the air have to go this way and all of the maritime have to go that way, and then anything left goes out the other side. Because it's definitely not none. That would shut this side off completely. And I don't think it's other. Or is it other? Because look, the road and the rail are lit up. Whereas if I go all of them are lit up. So I think other is my answer. Because I definitely don't want other, like we've seen cupcakes and helicopter and stuff like that. That's what I assumed it meant. But I don't think that's the case. So then with that, if only the rail and road are coming out this way, then I just need one more sorter here. Well, maybe I need to put a little bit of a gap here because this has to turn and go into storage. So yeah, I need another straight piece here. So let's go ahead and slap down a straight piece. And then this will be road because I want this just to go straight through. And this one's going to be rail because I need to pause this occasionally. Because I have pause conveyor belts. And I think what those do is when they're on, they work, and when they're off, they don't work. That would make sense, correct? Toggle pause. So that's green, that means it's going. And that's off. So that means it stops. And I think that's how I can sort of, depending on my day, I just set up my system. Like if it's not an air day, I can turn that off, and everything will get backed up into storage. And if it is an air day, I just turn it on and it just goes. And the reason I want these in right now, even though it's not really a big deal, is eventually I'm going to buy that upgrade that automatically exports things. So it automatically submits the export trucks whenever they reach their maximum capacity. I know what I'm doing, I think. But every time I've said that, I don't know what I'm doing. But so what I need to do over here is I need to get these pushed this way. So I think I want to take that turn there, and I need to take this turn here because my maritime has to be on the inside as it goes out this way up against this wall to give me some more room for activities. And here's another idea to save a little bit of space and some of these straights because I definitely don't have enough. I've done the math. It's not going to add up. I can actually put in another buffer layer for the trains because we're going to have a couple days where we're not going to have trains. And there are always a lot of train packages. So if I take some of these straights out, I think I have just enough room that I can throw in another one of these storage racks. Yeah, then I can unload it back onto that. This gives me quite a few other straights. Then we have that. That's turned off. That's turned off. I do need 2 jumps here. Or I just do 1 jump there, but I think having 2 will be a little bit better. The only thing that I might change is adding in a few more storage into the beginning. See if we can get it where the trucks never have to stop. I want to make sure that I maximize the number of packages that I'm getting. Once I'm there, the rest of it is just tweaking and fine-tuning, and I'm really not about that. So this is pretty darn close to perfection. I think I'm going to call it perfect if it works the way I think it's going to work. I also spent way too much money on these L's. I don't know why I thought I needed so many. I was assuming maybe I had more straights in here, which would have done more L's. But I was able to make this really compact, sort of. So I could have had enough, I think, with the amount of money that we had, if I would have just bought straights instead of L pieces. I also have this extra storage that I can't use because I don't have loaders and unloaders for it. I could swap out my medium storage for a bigger one, but I don't think I'm going to actually have to look inside of that many packages. So let's go ahead and kick this system on and just see if it's working. So the door should open. Everything should get unloaded here. Let me see how many packages per. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 7. So 7 total. We see that we do need to inspect a couple of them. But are they already pre-approved and disapproved? No. So this one will definitely hit my desk if it's okay, if it's valid. So that's going to test that part of the system. All of my storage seems to be working. The door's closed, the door's opened back up. And all of the packages are gone before the next door opens up. So good. All of my storage, all of my buffer is sort of working. So once it comes here, this one doesn't need to be inspected. It already has a sticker on it, so it doesn't need a sticker. Where is this going? That is going to the rail system. So it should get kicked out onto this section of the belt. It does. Good. I understood that. And then this goes into rails, and this side should be none. Yeah. And then that goes and gets put onto this, which gets kicked over to this storage, and it'll sit on this conveyor belt because it's going to get stopped here. Sweet! So far, it's working. Also, I didn't even see that there's some denials coming through. All the denials are coming through here. I don't know how fast the sticker applier is going to work. I don't even see... All of those are just automatic disapprovals. Well, that would make sense, because they haven't had time to go through my machine yet. The actual disapprovals. This might be the first couple. Yeah, there's a couple here. I want to see how slow this is and whether or not this is going to get backed up. Please be fast. Oh, it doesn't even stop. It just keeps going. It's the same speed as the conveyor belts. Yeah, sweet. Good. I feel a lot better about that. That's awesome. Is this one pre-approved? No. So that one's been approved, but I need to look at it. So it gets kicked over here, and then that gets put there, that gets put there, that hits my desk. Now, I don't know about any of my other sorting, but I'm just going to have to give it time to work its way through. I think it's working. It's totally working, and that means that this sticker applier is working pretty quick, too, even though it's probably not level 2, is it? Nope, just level 1. That doesn't bother me, though. If it works at the speed of the conveyor belts... There isn't enough of a backup here to really worry about it. Now, how is my bottleneck in the front, which is always my problem? So far, so good. This hasn't slowed down at all. Also, I wasn't paying attention and our denials backed way the heck up. That's awesome! We weren't running into any issues because, look, there's plenty of room for activities there. But it's awesome to me that the system is working that efficiently. I guess I could start doing contracts again. I could try to find Ligbowl packages and don't fuss about inspections. That'd be $400 for 2 packages. Now that I have plenty of packages and nothing better to do with my time. So some of these look really good contracts where you can use 2 packages and get $400. That would be worth it. And I don't know if they changed because I noticed there was a little bit of an update. I don't know if they've changed some of these so that they're kind of worth it as you get later on. Because before, it was like 2 packages, and we'll give you $25. And you could make $25 off of a single package. And now it's 2 packages, and there's $400. So the contracts have sort of, now that I don't have anything else to do with my time, they've sort of become worth it again. Also, if my machine is running efficiently, I should have 0 mistaken deliveries ever again. I also figured out another solution, short-term solution, to some of my storage issues too. If I put the pause conveyors toward the end for the air and the maritime, then there'll be more conveyor space for all these packages to sit on. Now, yeah, no, that's fine. I can do that, right like that. I might actually swap this for this. That way we maximize the amount. Not that we really are running into any issues so far, and I don't think we ever will for maritime, but just in case, I want to give myself the best opportunity for success here. A little bit of me just wants to stand here and just watch as everything runs all by itself, but also a little bit of me wants to actually play a game. So I don't want to automate myself right out of the system either, I don't think. Or maybe I do. Eventually, that is the main goal, right? You want to get to the point where you actually don't have to do anything, and you can kind of just bounce around and stare at stuff, count how many dots are on each one of these walls, figure out how much money that you can make so you can expand out the warehouse and just see how big it can get. Which actually, it's kind of silly. But why don't I go ahead and do that right now? We have just enough money. Let's see what that did. Oh my god! There's a whole new thing! This is road! And what is this? This is all invalids! Oh my god, so I can not only double up my system, but I can also split it so it doesn't have to all come together. That's really smart. But that also tells me that that's the end of that wall, because we just suddenly took a turn here. So I'm thinking as I open up each one of these, I'll probably get a secondary one of these chutes. And that's how I can maximize this system even further. So I'm almost done. This is almost max upgrades then, I think. This is the last of the packages we had backed up. So we had a total of 176 packages from the past couple days that were in the machine ready to go. I think that's pretty successful. Now, the reason I don't have as much money as I should is I went through and I've been upgrading stuff because I won't lie. I got a little bored there toward the end just watching all these go. But all the way up to this point, it's been really fun. But I think I've done as much as I can. I mean, there are some things that we could do. This is not end game yet, but I don't see where this is going to change too much. So I'm going to call it here. So I'm going to go and play a different game. So thank you so much for watching this one. And remember to take care. And goodbye!